she just said they got up there to Antlers, and her car had overheated, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that it had a little fan motor on it, wasn't blowing, it was kick in to cool.
So they were able to get that fixed.
Well, she said they got it going, and then let's see, saying that.
Well, what part of their route are you most familiar with before they ever got to Canada?
That's all I know. That she called me from there in Antlers, and she said they spent the night, and
so they didn't stay in Antlers.
They just went ahead and stayed in Antlers while they worked on her car.
Right.
And then I think she was planning on leaving on the weekend, but she changed her mind. She said, "I'm going to stay, just go ahead and stay this weekend," and maybe that's what she said. She's going to leave out on Monday. I believe she did. And I went out there and I helped her. She had the Camaro, and I put one of these racks up on the top.
Okay.
And fastened it down. It's got straps and stuff in it underneath, on the back of the windows.
Right.
And did all that and got it tied down, stuff like it's supposed to now. And then on top, that's where we put all our stuff on it. But we couldn't get in the. Well,
so
there's no trunk.
Did they mostly take clothes?
Yeah. She took changes of clothes, for herself and the children. Yeah. And she had some of her personal effects, personal effects, maybe some jewelry or her.
Did she call and talk to you very much after Antlers? You said there was the one call from further.
I think she called me about 3 different times, Jeff.
Okay, do you remember a little bit about the conversation? Just a little bit.
Well, all I know that now I don't know when she was Antlers, but she said that the kids. Well, Kelly was. I don't know sure what Kelly was doing, but she said Kristen was having a time of her life on one of them beds. The bed, it was jumping on the bed, rolling around and giggling and laughing, and Patty would kind of tick a little bit and make her giggle.
Yeah, well, that's good.
She called her a little fat butt. And then she let me talk to her. And I said, "Hi, Kristen." I swear, because I called her Sweetie. I still call her Sweetie. Mm-hmm. I said, how you ever doing, Sweetie? Up there, and they were going to take a little break, and the kids were swimming in the spring there, because it was a hot spring,
yes,
and it was kind of cold and chilly, but the water was really, really near hot. Because I know Kristen had told me, she said, "I didn't like to stay in that spring water very long." She said, because it would get. She said, "I'd get too hot in it." Mm-hmm. She said, "I'd have to get it in a little while, and I'd get it." She kind of in and out.
Recollections of what happened the day of the bear attack.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what I can remember was that what my niece had told me. She had came to visit me here about 3 weeks ago, and she
Kristen, the youngest daughter,
Kristen, mm-hmm. the youngest daughter of my sister Patty, mm-hmm. and she had said that they once they were there at Large Springs,
yes,
and she said that she liked to get in the swim area, and she said the water, it might be kind of chilly outside, but the water temperature was it's near hot.
Yeah.
It was made her uncomfortable, so she would stay in for a little while and then get back out. Well, my sister was going to go for a little walk on a little nature walk up on a trail and where the boardwalk was, and she Kristen and her son Kelly went with her, and so here they were that they were up on the boardwalk, and then they hear appeared this bear that and what Christian had told me some things that I didn't know myself. That she said that the bear had came and started attacking Kelly, and that, well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of getting sort of off somewhere. That's something. That's what Kelly had told me personally, that the bear started attacking him, and that Patti threw herself in front of the bear, and so the bear, attacked her, and the bear came and pounced down on her chest there and crushed her, and she was dying. And Kelly, I had told him, if you ever encounter a bear, just hit him right as hard as you can, right in his nose. So he remembered that, and that's what he did. He said the bear just kind of whimpered and took off and went on down the creek. And what happened down there is another story, a tragic story for that part. But getting back to where I was, and so Patti had told Kelly, she said, Kelly, I want you to try to find a home try to find you a good home for where you can stay, or go back to stay with the Faskins, and try to find a good home for a Christian. So he promised her he would do that. But okay, and then going back to where I was when Christian was there, and she told me this personal visit about 3 weeks ago that they was on the boardwalk, and then when that bear appeared, my sister Patti told her, she said, Christian, she said, I want you to go back up there where the rest of the kids are at the where the spring is, and go back up there. And she said, no matter what happens, she said, you hear anything? She said, don't stop. She said, you just keep going until you get there, and don't turn back. And she told me, she said, Uncle Bruce, she said, if I had disobeyed my mother, and she said, that bear might have got me too. She said, I wouldn't be here alive today telling you all that. So
it's mind-boggling to think about.
Absolutely it is. And there seems to be some indication that some people have some sort of an awareness subconsciously if their death is imminent. It could be that some people have a subconscious awareness when their time is near. Those are deep questions that mankind has wrestled with for ages. I guess since the dawn of mankind, these are questions that... And as one of our occasional guests here on the show, psychologist and the founder of the Birth Order Group, Henry Baxley, he says he believes these questions are unanswerable. He thinks that certain questions are simply unanswerable. And I think that's a very interesting comment.
On August the 14th, 1997, a black bear attacked and killed a woman from Paris, Texas, and a Canadian man who tried to save her. 2 other people were severely mauled and hospitalized. This event is statistically more rare than being struck by lightning